How about this? You can have sex with any woman in the world or man that you want to, whenever you want to.
I'm going to get rid of his drippy nose while you do this.
Okay. But every time you, like, say have sex with Sofia Vergara or whoever, Stephen Merchant has sex with your mom.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know why these things happen the way they do. They just do.
No.
No? You don't want your mom to be happy? How about this?
All right, I got a great one for after this.
You can have sex. You get $150,000 a year, and you can have sex with anybody you want to, but only after Dan has sex with them first.
I know how much money?
$150,000 a year.
No, I wouldn't do that. Well, can I just take the money and not do that? Like, can I have the option and just not use it?
No, doesn't work that way.
Because you said I can have sex with anyone I want, but if I choose not to.
So then it's just like I get $150,000 a year. No, asshole.
So how many people do I have to have sex with?
You got to do it at least once a month.
Okay, 12 sloppy seconds for $150,000. And 12 Dan sloppy seconds.
Yeah.
Oof. Oof.
How about this? You can have sex with anybody you want to. No. You get $150,000 a year, but you have to have sex with whoever Dan has sex with.
No. How much a year?
$150,000 a year.
No.
But like if Dan has sex
Yes.
with a girl, you have to have sex with her next.
I'm not sure I could
Or
have
a
sex
dude,
with
whatever.
that many cross-eyed people. How about this? You get $500,000,
Thanks.
but every time Dan jizzes, it ends up in your mum's stomach.
Oh.
And
No.
she wouldn't know it. Like, it would just be in there. It would just deposit in there with all her food and stuff.
No, I couldn't do it. I could never look at her again. Ugh. Ugh. That's brutal. If you had to sleep with one of the dudes from In-Betweeners, who would it be? You don't have a choice. You have to.
Jay, probably.
Yeah.
I've seen his knob. so-
Have you?
Yeah, it was in the movie.
Was it? I don't remember that.
Yeah, the little kid pulls his pants down in front of the pool. And then he almost drowns.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I should go back and rewatch it.
I know a lot of people in that movie. That's weird.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
A bunch of people from Waitrose went down and were extras in it. You get $250,000. But the only way you can wake up every morning is if I come into your bedroom and smear the tip of my penis across your forehead.
I'm sorry. Well, what is that again? What happens?
Never mind. Never mind. I don't know whether I'd do that one.
What, the cock tease alarm?
Why
Yeah.
do you want to put your dick on my face?
Would you do it, Ryan?
No.
I thought you liked your kids.
Ooh. Way to tug on my heartstrings.
Yeah.
Would you do it, Geoff?
No.
You get $250,000.
$250,000?
Yeah.
Every year?
No. Okay, $250,000. But every night when you go to sleep, you won't wake up unless I come into your bedroom and smear the tip of my penis.
Well, what
on
if
your
you go
forehead.
back to England?
Or die.
Then, well, it's void if I'm dead.
Oh. Wait, do I get to keep the money?
So make
every
doors
year
3
if
and
you
4,
die?
Gavin.
No. You don't get to keep. What was that, Geoff?
I said, can you make doors 3 and 4 while I do this?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to do that. $250,000 to have your dick on my face every day?
Yeah, but
I'm
you
assuming
don't have to
every
do
day.
anything. It's just I would swipe, be like a credit card transaction. I'd swipe it, and you would wake up like a minute later.
Do you realize the kind of mortal peril you'd be putting yourself in for that? Like, here's what you've just said to me. I'll give you $250,000 to have me assassinated immediately.
He's got a point.
Well, you wouldn't get the money though.
Yeah, you said I get the 250.
You
Don't
for a year
up
of
front.
it, on the completion of a year.
Don't make door number 4.
Okay,
I'll do that one.
I didn't want to anyway.
Is there like half credit?
Half credit.
Like, you make it through half the year. Do I get half the money?
No. We'll talk maybe quarterly milestones. All right, you get £1 million,
Thanks.
but every time you have sex, Griffin gets pregnant. Every single time.
Well, what if we have sex while she's already pregnant?
Well, then it's fine.
So the worst case scenario is like every 10 months I have to worry about getting Griffin pregnant.
Yeah. Well, unless you want. How many kids do you want? Because after that, you'd have to worry about it every time.
But I just a one-time £1 million though, so it's like $1.5 million
Yeah.
to never have sex again. That's what you're saying. Forever for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Or for as long as Griffin can have kids. Oh, maybe not. Maybe she would keep getting pregnant.
Is this money tax-free?
It's tax free. You just have $1.5 million straight in your checking account.
And a lot of babies straight in Griffin.
Yeah.
I really don't know. How about you? Not with Griffin, obviously. I think that yeah.
I mean, oh, what have I done here? What am I doing?
I mean, wouldn't mind having another kid someday maybe, but I don't know that I want to have a lot more kids. And $1.5 million is a lot, but I'm gonna have a lot of mouths to feed.
It's true.
I don't think I'd do it.
Okay.
All right. You get £1 million. Okay?
Yeah.
Tax free.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations. However, the only video game you can play again for the rest of your life is Minecraft.
$1 million.
No Halo 5,
Ugh.
no Titanfall, no
I
Destiny.
wouldn't do it. I mean, I like Minecraft, but
But $1.5 million.
I mean, I'd have to quit Achievement Hunter.
That's kind of what I was getting at, but yeah.
I could only be in Minecraft Let's Plays. What if I played through someone else? Like, I hired someone to play, and I could watch.
Okay. You could do that.
Yeah, I'd do it.
So Ray would basically be your Minecraft or your...
There's no way Ray. I
Video
could afford Ray.
No, probably not.
All right, you have to make a one-off payment of 10 grand.
Okay.
But after that, your shit can tell the weather.
How does my shit tell the weather?
Like, whenever you poo, your poo will be a different color depending on
Oh.
the next day's
So I
weather.
could pay 10,000... How precise am I getting?
It's really good. Like, if you have a yellow poo, it means it's going to be sunny the next day.
Yeah, I'd do that.
You pay for that?
Sure. I'm sure that'd come in handy.
If it was blue, it would be rainy. If it was white, it would snow. And if it was diarrhea, it would be like a tsunami or something.
How about this? You pay $1,400. Okay? US.
Mm-hmm.
And-
1,400.
Yeah, 1,400 American dollars.
Okay.
And nobody will ever smell your shit again. Like, your shit is scentless.
Absolutely would do that.
Except, to you, it smells 5 times as bad. So the world doesn't smell you, but you have to smell you, like, twice as bad. But you'll never have to worry about stinking up a bathroom and having somebody follow you in, or like accidentally shitting at your girlfriend's house and like running around trying to clean it up.
Yeah, I don't know whether I'd do it though, because my gag reflex is pretty bad when it comes to smell.
Yeah, it is.
I wouldn't want to be having to hold in vomit every time I went to do a poo. Because a poo is an enjoyable experience.
Can be.
I wouldn't want to take that away. I wouldn't want to pay to take that away, basically.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
So I wouldn't do that. I would just use some Glade or something.
How about you get $50,000, but your girlfriend at the time, like right now Meg, but you know, like someday it could be somebody else. Who knows? Girlfriend or boyfriend at the time, every time you take a dump, they get a text.
That's like the one where
like an auto text.
my family gets a text every time I masturbate.
Yeah.
So wait, what do I get out of this?
You get $50,000.
50,000.
But Meg gets a text every time you take a dump.
I'd do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Why not?
Sure.
Although if she got like 5 texts in one day, she might get concerned. All right, you get 20 grand a month,
Thanks, man.
but you could only eat pumpkins for that month.
I'm gonna kill all this. Like what? Like pumpkin pie, pumpkin
Yeah,
seeds.
you have to just make do with pumpkin.
You'd probably die.
Would you really?
I don't
put a
know.
pumpkin that bad for you?
It can't be good for you.
Would you rather make out with Dan for a minute or watch Dan make out with Griffin for a minute?
I'd rather make out with Dan for an hour than watch him kiss my wife. Thanks for asking. Would you rather make out with Dan for a minute or watch Dan make out with Meg for a minute?
I don't think she'd do it.
It's not about what she would or wouldn't do. In this situation, she does it.
I would just find a gun and kill Dan.
Well, I didn't realize that was an option when I was being asked.
I like that you escalated it to an hour, though. Just voluntary. So you get $100,000,
Uh-huh.
and your life goes on. You come here to work every day, but every time someone walks outside and takes a dump in the toilet, it lands on your desk somewhere.
Every time someone takes... All right, start over again. I wasn't listening to you. All right, you said something about a dump.
Yeah.
I get $100,000, but every time somebody takes a dump, it lands on my table?
Yeah, every time someone here takes a dump. So you potentially got like 70 different dumps per day. Every time someone flushes, their dumps just land somewhere on your desk. And it
Oh
could
my
be
God, that's not real-
anywhere.
That's not real coffee I just got. It's so watered down. That's gross. I would not do that.
You wouldn't do it for 100 grand?
No, it's probably 30 dumps a day taken. There's 70 people that work here.
Jack?
What?
Would you do it?
How about once a day?
What am I doing?
You get 100 grand.
100 grand.
And let's say for 6 months, every time someone here takes a dump and they flush the toilet, just the dump part lands on your desk somewhere.
I don't know. Someone spun my mic around and was facing the complete wrong direction. Okay, so wait. So 100 grand, I take a dump somewhere. It ends up on my desk.
Why couldn't
What do
we
you
understand
say?
this?
I got so confused by my microphone. Okay, say it
Go on.
again.
All right.
All right.
You get 100 grand.
100 grand.
But for the next 6 months, anytime someone that works here goes outside and takes a dump, and then they flush, all of their dump lands without the water, just splats down somewhere on your desk.
I don't know if that would. I don't know if that would allow me to work. So many people work here now. So many people are dumping. I don't think I'd have a desk. I'd have a pile of shit with my Mac Pro on it.
So what would you do to combat
Thank God
that?
Ryan's on vacation right now.
What would I want?
What would you do? Like, if dumps landed on a desk, would you have like a separate bin that you would scrape it all into every time, or?
I guess so. Could I have 2 desks? Like one would be the dump desk and one would be like my work desk.
You could have 2 desks, but I think the dumps would be split evenly between both the desks.
Well, in that case, I just have like 10 desks.
Where would you put?
And then like
How
all
would you
know,
convince Matt that you
I'm
need 10 desks?
I'm reducing the amount. I would give him 10 grand.
Jack would buy a $10,000 desk.
There you go. I'm like, I'm gonna give Matt. I will give you $10,000 if you allow me to have 10 desks. And he'll be like, okay, whatever. And then
Yeah,
he gets
that's what
to
he'd say.
pocket 10 grand. I get 90 grand, and I have to deal with just like 1/10 of the amount of shit. See, logic.
So you're going down from
Math.
like 70 people to potentially 7 dumps a day. Like
Yeah, exactly. Instead of 70 dumps on my desk, I get 7, which sucks. Albeit sucks much less. That's worth the $10,000 hit, I would say. Oh, is it over the course of a month? Is that what you said?
6 months.
6 months. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Good to know.
All right. Good talk.
Thank you,
Good talk.
Jack. Jesus, what an asshole.
I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it either. In a billion
I'd
years.
throw up 70 times a day.
All right, how about this? You get $50,000 a year.
Every
Okay.
year?
Every year that you participate in this study.
Okay.
But once a day, and it doesn't matter when, you don't get to pick, a random stranger who you've never met before comes over to your house at their leisure and gets to use your bathroom to take a dump.
Once a day.
Once a day. It could be at 2 in the afternoon. You might not even be there.
And how much do I get?
You get 50 grand a year. But you don't know what kind of person's taking a dump. You don't know if they're messy, if they're clean, if they're going to respect your bathroom. And it could happen at 3 in the morning.
Wouldn't do it.
Wouldn't do it?
No. I think it's important to have your home be a place that's just for you. You don't want to be walking around in your underwear and some dude just walks in the front door and he's like, hey, what's up?
Well, they would knock first.
They would knock.
Yeah. But
So
you'd have
could
to
I-
answer.
I'd
It'd be
have
like,
to
oh,
answer.
the guy's here to take a dump. It'd be like when the guy is here, like, you go outside and there's like, hey, I'm checking the gas meter today. You'd be like, all right.
Could
Yeah,
I
just-
build an additional toilet that's very close to the door that he has to like take one step in, use the bathroom and leave?
Could you do that?
Or does he have to like walk upstairs, walk into my bedroom and take a dump?
I think he walks upstairs, walks into your bedroom, and takes a dump.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Would pay for your mortgage every year just to have a sort of public toilet.
I wouldn't do it.
All right.
I'd probably end up renting a house to live in. Renting another one. Okay, you get an extra, let's say, 5 grand a month.
Okay.
But every day when you come to work and you sit down, Caleb comes in from his room
No. Whatever it is, it's not worth
and
it.
just gives you a little kiss on the lips. It's like a, like a hi, how you?
Like
kinda
a good
kiss.
morning kid.
Yeah, like
Hi, honey.
you would kiss Griffin goodbye. It'd be like one of those.
Is he going to hold my boob?
There might be some of that involved. Would you do it?
I'm on the lips?
Yeah,
Does he have an erection?
right on the gob. That's just up to him.
$5 grand a month?
Get him in here and ask him.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it.
Is he here now?
Yeah, he's here.
Let's get him in.
Caleb, come here. Gavin wants to talk to you.
Caleb, hop on Ryan's mic.
Which one is right?
Which one is right? Welcome to Achievement Hunter.
I don't come in here often.
All right, so I just offered Geoff an extra 10 grand a month.
Five grand.
5 grand a month, sorry.
5 grand.
He gets it every month, but whenever he comes into work, you walk out of your office and you give him just a cheeky kiss on the mouth, like a kiss on the lips, like hi. Like,
Well, what do I get out of this? Am I getting paid?
you don't. Well, I mean, you don't get anything,
You get to kiss me,
but
dude.
this is something that's happening, but you don't really like. There's no benefit for you.
So I have
Caleb.
no control over this.
This
Like,
is
it's
just
like-
something that
it's
you
like-
do. It's just something because of this bet. Like you just happen to do this. But Geoff was wondering whether you would have an erection.
I don't know. What are you gonna be wearing?
Well, I'll probably be wearing something very similar to what I'm wearing right now.
Then probably not.
All right, so Caleb will be flaccid, and just give you a little.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. $5 grand a month?
So wait, what if
Could be
what,
worse.
what if I did have an erection? Would it have to be up to 10?
I don't. 10, that seems pretty steep. I'd say 6 maybe. I don't want to bleed the company dry.
What kind of kiss would you be giving, Caleb?
Maybe a little bit of tongue.
There's no tongue. You're not giving me any tongue.
Well, I mean, you gotta make it worth it for me.
Well, okay. What if it wasn't? There was no tongue, but what he would do, he would come from behind you, and like kind of pull your head around, and then just go on your lips.
Yeah.
Yeah, would I start with like a little kiss on the neck too to warm you
No, I
up?
don't
Oh
think
no,
so.
there's no kiss on the neck. That's off limits. I
The
think it's
neck
more
kiss.
personal for some reason.
much more personal.
All right. So okay, Caleb, you're done.
Cool.
Thanks for
Thanks,
the
Caleb.
input. Now here's where it gets interesting, Geoff.
Okay.
It's now Jack. Would you still do it?
Hey there.
There is something different between Jack and Caleb. But what
Caleb
is
is more.
Caleb's pretty girly.
Caleb's kind of soft like a woman. I
Yeah.
imagine.
I'm more of a Viking.
it? Yeah, Jack's like it'd be like the difference between getting kissed by a twink and a bear. I'd think about it.
Huh.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Interesting.
I'm a man. I'm a man. I can take it.
Is there anyone in Achievement Hunter who you would say no to for $5,000?
Probably Michael and Ray. No, Michael and Ryan.
Why not Ryan?
Because Ryan scares me.
So you
Ryan's
just want
too-
gentle people to kiss
Yeah, Michael's too loud. He'd have a loud kiss. He'd have a rage kiss. I wouldn't want it.
you. He would also be really unhappy about it.
Okay.
Like, did you ever do a fake gay thing with your friend where you like pretend to be like you like touch their leg in a funny way, like to make them uncomfortable?
Yeah, I used to do that shit to you all the time.
Yeah, but you can't do that with Michael. He's very sort of ugh.
He doesn't like to be touched.
He doesn't like to be pretend gayed, and I think pretend gay is funny.
Pretend gay is funny.
Yeah, and I'm pretend gay with a few people. Like I've touched your leg before.
Gay is just fun.
I think I've touched Jack's leg before, probably.
Touched your dick before.
You punched it a lot.
Yeah. I put a lot of stuff in your anus.
What do you think the combined time from all the punching in my penis? How long total has your hand been in contact with my penis?
Oh, a bit.
Is it like 30 seconds, probably?
Yeah, but at least I would think. I mean, if I punch you 30 times at a second apiece, and I guarantee I've punched you more than 30 times. I bet I've got more time up your ass than I have touching your dick.
That's probably true. You've pushed my boxes into my anus several times.